people out there don't know, you can use real people as spotters, and Christopher Toppings did exactly that this evening. One of three guys that I seen brought in a spotter, real people on the outside instead of this electronic stuff that they've got going forward, which, by the way, the electronics aren't all that bad, but regardless, also, it helps you when you have a real spotter on your side. And, of course, Chris Toppings can take in the fur for that. Chris, hey, by the way, third place finish, anybody you want to thank tonight?
Other than Garrett and the sponsor on the front, Dr. Mini Storage, and on the back, Eastside Bait and Tackle, giving them a shout-out. That's about it.
Chris Toppings shoots third. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Chris, a crazy race. What was the strategy to try to get through this thing here today and finish third?
I wanted to stay at the back, and then we got separated, and I was like, I didn't want to pit too much, but I stayed out. I stayed out one time and took a risk, and it put me in track position. That one time I stayed out, like 20 people pitted, and I stayed out, and it put me in the top 10, and I said, I must try and stay here. So I pitted when everybody else pitted, and my spotter helped me through this whole thing. Without him, there's no way it was possible. But our strategy was just trying to move up in the field because we had such a good field, and they were racing so tight. It was great.
A good job for Chris Toppins, third place here when it's all said and done in the Alabama 250 here at Talladega. Runner-up, Jason Maines. Man, it was the Maines show for a while. Then it became down to Maines and Goke when it was all said and done. By the way, I was told, Ray, his name is Jonathan Goke, not Goki. Jonathan Goke. And the 12, the winner. We'll talk to him in a moment as we continue with the Victory Lane over-the-top designs post-race ramp-up on Max Speed and CRN. Second place, the driver of Jason Maines. Jason, a crazy race here at Talladega. You were right there in the hunt of things.
Yeah, it was a great night, actually. Tonight I was looking forward to finally getting a race with my son. About probably 5 years ago, I was supposed to be racing with him the following week and almost broke my neck in a racing accident. So I never had to race with him really until tonight, and we jumped in here, and it was perfect. I mean, I started on the pole and got shuffled and finally made it back up there, and it was looking good, but I made a mistake, and I felt bad for the 12 and the other guys that got involved in it, along with my son. And, even though the 12 won it, I'm glad that he actually got up there and got a shot at it because they deserved it.
Jason Maines, your second place tonight in the 43 machine. Jason, I'll tell you what, we were calling your name most of the night. The 127 I thought was actually with you guys, but it obviously was not. Actually, in the long run, I thought the 12 was with you guys. But we talked to him earlier, which we're going to have a word with him here shortly. Being that you guys weren't teammates, you got to kind of thank him for that. Of course, he came out of nowhere for that first place. He had no help on the outside. Kind of surprise for you, I would assume.
Yeah, I was hoping. I knew if Garrett was back there with them, if it all lined up, they'd come back to the front. I learned the hard way. Like I said, it was my first race really getting into doing the Dega thing, and I didn't stay closed up on Garrett on one of those restarts, and I sucked him back and allowed the 12 to get a run. Well, and that's what happened to me on the start. The guy behind me didn't tuck up on me, and they got a hellacious run. And then it was, door to door. I'm glad we survived it to come to the trial, but I think then we got some net code, and that killed the momentum. But like I said, I'm happy for him. Sorry for the other guys, including my son, that got taken out, but I had a blast.
43 of Jason Maines, the podium finish tonight, second place. Again, you got a chance to thank anybody? Now's your chance, man.
Yeah, I got to thank Elliott Sadler, eSports. They're putting in a lot of work over there for the Road to Pro and the Rallycross Championship. So the whole team over there is working. Seth, Vicente, Elliott, Michael Jeans, Garrett. They're all putting a ton of time in. And I'm just lucky enough to get on here at night. 101cbd.org. We got to thank them. Lennox. They make it happen for me and for many, many years. So glad to have them on board. And thanks you guys for broadcasting.
A job for Jason Maines. He'll have to settle for that number 2 spot. And again, a good father-son battle for a lot of today's race at Talladega. And now we get ready to wrap it up here to Victory Lane. The number 12 Broke-Ass Motorsports entry of Jonathan Goke, the winner. Jonathan, I know there was a little speculation, controversy. It's Talladega, virtual reality. You have that. Did you think he went below the yellow line? It doesn't matter, though. You're still the winner.
I did, because in the drivers' meeting, again, they said here in this series, yellow line was not out of bounds. So I knew if I went down there to kind of stop the side draft, it wouldn't be a problem. Because they did tell me, yeah.
That's news to us, and I'm glad you said that, because we were kind of conferring at the end. We didn't think that you had it, and I thought for sure you were going to get a DQ, if not put back one place, because of the general rule in the real world and a lot of these other leagues. So congratulations. That was a good move on your part then.
I still can't believe I started that green white checker in 17th after that wreck. I could not believe it. I think everybody out front must have had damage because I just went flying up there.
What was your thoughts? Because you got caught up in that wreck with Garrett there at the next to last restart, and I mean the truck really wasn't badly damaged. What was your thoughts? I mean, did you just see a move on the outside nobody else would take, and you passed by everybody?
Well, luckily, with me being up front with Garrett the whole race, I had not used my reset until that big wreck, so I had a clean truck. And I was expecting, hopefully, a couple of green-white checkers to kind of gap my way up to the field. I had no idea that I'd go that quick, because I was going to try to work with Garrett to get back up there, but my star was I just went like nobody else went.
17th to 1st, Ray Richer. He wins.
By himself, actually, because again, I got to know something, Jonathan. Where did you get the nitrous from? Because that last lap pass, you literally had no help. You came out of nowhere on the outside and just did a phenomenal job putting that thing out front.
I wish I could tell you. I've been racing super speedway since I joined iRacing in 2009. I've never had a racing like that. I thought for sure it was over. I was going to try to salvage a finish for Eric Brownlee because he's the one who put me in this truck because he wouldn't be able to race. It's his paint scheme, so I'm doing it off of Eric.
Bam, on the truck. Broadcast Motorsports number 12. I see that. Anybody else you want to thank? Well, you have the opportunity.
I got to give a shout out to Eric. He could have picked anybody. He came to me knowing that I put on a good show for him. And also I want to thank Josh White. He's the one. Just yesterday they asked me if I'd drive Eric's truck for him, and they let me in. No questions asked. I filled out the sheet, and here we are in Victory Lane. So thank you so much, Eric Brownlee and Josh White, for just giving me this opportunity.
Are we going to see you run some more events with us?
You know what? I wasn't thinking I would, but I think you might see a second broke-ass motorsports truck out there.
There you go. Well, for one thing, you're not broke-ass anymore. You get $200 for being the winner, and a big congratulations to you, the driver of the number 12B for, again, Jonathan Goke. A crazy race here at Talladega in the Alabama 250 as we wrap things up here with round number 7 of
Wesley,
the JW Racing Esports Truck Series. And thank you also to our Bruzy USO as well. Thank you. Go ahead, Ray.
Wesley, I got to interrupt you just for a minute at the tail end. Mr. Goke, I'm sorry for torturing your name like I usually do.
Oh, it's fine. I tell you what, I've been in the military. I've been in the military for 13 years, and that's all I've heard my entire career. Hey, Goki, come do this, come do that. I just stopped correcting him, and now my wife's had to do it for the last 12 years.
Hey, that broadcast school paid off, didn't it?
In the future, we'll get you a little phonetic spelling before the broadcast.
There you go. For sure.
Thank you guys so much for the broadcast. This is a blast.
Oh, for sure. You're welcome. Congratulations again, Jonathan Goke, again, the winner here. $200. What a phenomenal job they put on here tonight. And we'll get ready for Talladega. And Talladega is in the books. We will get ready for, of course, the race coming up next weekend
Atlanta
Motor Speedway. That should be a wild one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's the middle of summer, well, beginning of summer, I should say, and it's Atlanta. It's going to be a hot one. It's going to be phenomenal. And, again, we're looking forward to the live Talladega with the Cup guys and Xfinity this weekend as well. You're watching, by the way, Max Speed TV, and it's brought to you by Over-the-Top Paint Designs as well as Loose Lug Nuts. Let's see, Michelangelo's Painting Service out in Arizona as well as ABruzyUSA.com. And with that, Wesley, I'll let you take it out, buddy.
And we'd also like to thank CRN's network coverage, also presented by High Q Energy Drink, Unforgettables, and Symmetry Financial Group for the audio cast coverage. Big thanks also to the Josh White Racing Esports Truck Series. Follow them on Facebook at Josh White Racing Esports Series and at JWR Esports on Twitter. Max Speed TV and CRN Sports also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. A crazy one here at Talladega. When it's all said and done, controversial not. Jonathan Goke does go below the yellow line. It's all fair in love and war, and he wins here in the Alabama 250. So, for Michael D'Amico on production for Max Speed TV, for Bruce Barrett on production for CRN Sports Network, for Ray Richer, I'm Wesley Outland. Thank you also to our in-race reporter of Robert McFarland. We congratulate Jonathan Goke, winner of Round 7 of the JW Racing Esports Truck Series. God bless. From virtual Alabama, we go to Georgia, Atlanta next week. Happy Father's Day to everybody, and keep on praying for America.
Looking for a life insurance company that specializes in what you actually need? protection. Call Danny today with Symmetry Financial. Danny is certified in all 50 states, which means Symmetry Financial is not limited and has over 30 companies to choose from. Symmetry Financial has proved time and time again that their options and pricing is just better than the rest. Give Danny a call today at 828-994-1681 to see how Symmetry Financial can make life simple. Hey, this is Trace Nye with CRN. Hey, I wanted to give you an update about Unforgettables.com. Again, that's Unforgettables.com. They are offering a special Father's Day weekend special. If you go to their website at Unforgettables.com, type in the code CRN20. Again, that's CRN20. With that code, you'll receive a 10% off your entire order. Again, CRN20. All you got to do is go to Unforgettables.com. They specialize in hand-painted baseballs and baseball gifts. So once again, head over to Unforgettables.com. For Father's Day, type in CRN20 and you'll receive 10% off your entire order. Again, that's Unforgettables.com.
Unforgettables. Nice. This show is sponsored by Unforgettables. Unforgettables creates detailed hand-painted baseballs for every baseball fan. Check them out at Unforgettables.com.
This is CRN, the Community Radio Network, the voice of the community, the voice of anything sports, and proud to be the voice of the Comets. Follow us at crnsports.org. Now let's get back to the broadcast coverage on CRN.